Hello and welcome to Heroes of the Storm. A new hero has been released. His name is Malganis. Is he a Dreadlord? Is that what he is? I don't know what he is. Yeah. Self-sustaining tank that peels for allies and disrupts enemies. He's a warrior. I thought he was... From the spotlight, I thought he was going to be an assassin. He's a warrior. What? Can I... Alright, this doesn't... Okay, his abilities and talents don't read like a warrior's. Anyway, we're gonna take a look at this hero, we're gonna take a look at his talents, we're gonna take a look at his abilities, we're gonna play a match as him in quick match. I don't have a really good idea of a build. Usually what I do is I try to come up with a build to show you that I think will be good. A lot of his talents read really nicely, but how they are actually in practice is questionable. So we're probably going to have to do multiple videos on him. At least 2, most likely. Anyway, we're going to look at his abilities and his talents real quick. If you don't want to watch this part, feel free to skip ahead. I will put a link to when the match starts right now. And yeah, you can skip to that if you want. Abilities, Fell Claws. Reading is hard. Alright. Swipe forward multiple times to deal damage. Violently slash in the chosen direction, dealing 72 damage to enemies. Reactivate to slash up to 2 more times. The third slash stuns enemies for 0.75 seconds. Pretty self-explanatory. It works kind of like Greymane's Curse Strikes when he's in Morgan form. Or I'm not sure if that's what they're actually called, but his Sweeping Strikes. And except you can use it 3 times really rapidly. Necrotic Embrace. Desecrate the air, dealing 110 damage to nearby enemies and gaining 25 armor for 3 seconds. Very small AoE ability here. Deal some damage, gain some armor. Pretty basic. Alright, Night Rush. Let's see. After 0.75 seconds, gain 50% movement speed for 2 seconds. While active, Malganis can move through enemy heroes and put them to sleep for 2.5 seconds. So to explain this, imagine Leoric's Wraithwalk, right? He's floating up in the air, and he's moving in ghost form, and he can pass through enemies, and he can travel around. Now, do that with this guy, except you're not a ghost, but you're floating in the air, you're traveling around, and when you pass through someone, you put them to sleep. That's the idea. A little hard to explain, I think. Anyway, his trait is the Vampiric Touch. Malganis heals for 45% of damage dealt to enemy heroes, and 15% of damage dealt to non-heroes. Pretty sure this is going to be like the only hero in the game who has a vampiric style thing that heals him off of minions. The only other hero I can think about is that lets them do that is Leoric with a talent. And most everyone else who has talents for healing off of like basic attacks and things of that nature have had the healing off of minions removed from those talents. So this will make him a little interesting, I think. Unless it gets removed in the near future for the non-hero healing, which is probably pretty likely. Carrion Swarm is his first ultimate ability. After 1 second, disperse into an invulnerable swarm of bats for 3 seconds, dealing 132 damage per second to enemies. Vampiric Touch heals for 100% of Carrion Swarm's damage to heroes. If you've ever played Elder Scrolls Online, then you may remember a time where being a vampire in that game was OP as all hell. And I made Emperor back during that time in that game, and we had the Bat Swarm, which sounded similar to this, except you could reduce the cooldown if you were the Emperor, and basically have infinite Bat Swarm. Like, imagine this ability with no cooldown, is what you could have as Emperor, as a vampire in Elder Scrolls Online. This just makes me remember that so much. I don't know why. Dark Conversion was the other ultimate. Channel on an enemy hero for 0.75 seconds, then swap health percentages with the target over 3 seconds. This is crazy strong. A huge amount of damage, a huge amount of self-healing, but it also requires that you are at low health when you use it. And it has a channel time, which means it can be interrupted. Yeah, there's a channel time on Carrion Swarm as well, so he has 2 ultimates that can both be easily interrupted. That's a little scary. Anyway, let's go look at his talents. Level 1, Winged Guard, Necrotic Embrace grants extra physical armor. Each time Necrotic Embrace hits an enemy hero, gain 50 physical armor against the next enemy hero basic attack. If Winged Guardian has no charges, Malganis will gain 1 charge after 6 seconds. So this is like a stacking block talent, kind of. Necrotic Embrace is the W ability, which already gives you armor. You gain 25 armor, but with this is physical armor, so these are basically block stacks. And the effectiveness of each stack is, you know, some people get the 75 physical armor, some people get the 50, he gets the 50. This one I'm not super impressed with. Vampiric Aura, Malganis and nearby allied heroes heal for 10% of physical damage dealt. Malganis and nearby allied heroes heal for 10% of physical damage dealt. Now, I have questions about this talent. Is it only Malganis' physical damage dealt that heals Malganis and nearby allied heroes? Or is it Malganis heals for 10% of physical damage that he deals, and allied heroes heal for 10% of physical damage that they deal? That's the question I have on that talent. It's a very important question too, because it's 2 totally different functionalities. And I honestly think it should be the second option there, where each hero heals for their own physical damage dealt. Because then it kind of requires you, if you're going to plan on taking this talent, to have a team that is primarily physical damage. Your spell dealers aren't going to benefit from this very much at all. And I'm hoping that's the way it is. If it's just everybody gets healed off of Malganis' physical damage, then it might be a little too strong. Time to feed. Malganis heals for 48 when damaging a nearby enemy hero. This can occur once every 6 seconds against each enemy hero. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, but it also sounds like it could be not so good. These 2 talents, though, are the ones I'm interested in at level 1. We'll have to try them both out. Level 4, Fueled by Torment, Necrotic Embrace heals when damage is taken. While Necrotic Embrace is active, Malganis heals for 12 when damage is taken, and Vampiric Touch converts 15% more hero damage into healing. So, while Necrotic Embrace is active, Necrotic Embrace desecrate the air, dealing 110 damage and gaining 25 armor for 3 seconds. So I'm guessing it's while the armor is active, because Necrotic Embrace is just an instant cast. It's not something that happens over time, so it has to be while the armor is active. So while that is going on, while you have the armor from that, you heal for 15% more of hero damage that you deal. And you heal for 12 HP when damage is taken. I don't know how I feel about that. Might of Sargeras. Necrotic Embrace's armor is increased to 50, but the duration is reduced to 2 seconds. 2 seconds at 50 armor doesn't sound that great to me. If this maybe reduced the cooldown of Necrotic Embrace or something, or maybe there is something that you can synergize this with later, then this might be good, but for right now, this doesn't sound that great. Echo of Doom. Necrotic Embrace explodes when expiring. When Necrotic Embrace expires, it explodes again for 50 damage. If an enemy hero is hit, Malganis retains 25 armor for 1 more second. Does not wake sleeping targets. It's interesting. It's free damage on sleeping targets without waking them. You keep your 25 armor for 1 additional second. And and you get some extra damage. That one could be decent. So far, all of his talents seem pretty lackluster, though. They're pretty, like, you expect talents to be like a big upgrade to something, but these don't feel like big upgrades. These feel very minuscule. So far, everything that we've read feels very minuscule. Level 7, Black Claws. Fell Claws increase basic attack damage. After Malganis hits an enemy hero with Fell Claws, his next basic attack deals 45% more damage. So this is like a, oh, what are those talents called? ETC has one. Where's ETC? ETC, where are you? Hey, stop, go away. Thrall actually has one. Talents. Where is it? Follow through. It's like follow through. It's like follow through, but instead of off of every ability, it's only off of Fell Claws. So in between each Fell Claw use, which you get 3, you want to do a basic attack and get the 45% increased damage, which will increase the amount of healing you get off of that basic attack as well. Yeah, that sounds pretty strong, pretty good. Will of Tichondrius. Fell Claws steals % health. The third slash of Fell Claws steals 4% of maximum health from enemy heroes. Now the fact that it says steals suggests that it heals you for that amount. That's what I'm picking up from this. The fact that it says steals. Like, if it just said damages an enemy for 4% of their maximum health, then okay, cool. But it says steals from. So this inclines me to believe that this is going to heal you for this. So against like a Avatar Muradin or a Cho'Gall or an Erel, these really, really high health warriors, this could be really good. This could be really good. But only the third slash of Fell Claws steals that amount of health. And I'm curious if this scales as the match goes on. I doubt that it does. Spreading Plague, periodically deal damage after Night Rush. After Night Rush expires, deal 30 damage per second to nearby enemies for 4 seconds. Basic attacks against heroes refresh this. Does not wake sleeping targets. That's interesting. It's basically it's a damage over time effect that gets refreshed with each basic attack that you deal against the hero. So you could keep this up indefinitely. It would be interesting if there's a talent later on that could buff this and make the damage increase as it goes along, the longer it lasts. I don't know. We'll keep an eye out for that kind of thing. That sounds pretty strong. That sounds pretty good. But it also sounds hard to keep going. Hard to keep it running. This sounds more like a solo lane kind of thing. Get the solo lane, enemy solo laner shows up, put them to sleep, start hitting them. Now you got the poison on them, and you just keep hitting them. And keep hitting them and keep hitting them as long as you can and keep that going. And it probably it should, with your trait, give you additional healing. Nightmare Fuel. Basic attacks can deal more damage. Basic attacks deal 30% more damage while in a bush for 4 seconds after leaving. They also deal 125% more damage to sleeping targets. That sounds pretty good too. That also sounds pretty good for 1v1ing. Put your enemy to sleep, get that extra big hit of damage, and I'm guessing that there will be other talents to help you keep putting people to sleep later on, and then you could keep, because there has to be something to synergize this with to make it valuable. Otherwise, this isn't super valuable. Level 10, we have the Carrion Swarm in the Dark Conversion. 13, Deep Sleep. Increase Night Rush sleep duration. Increase Night Rush's sleep duration by 0.75 seconds and its movement speed bonus by 10%. This sounds like it would be used more for escaping to me with the increased move speed bonus than anything. It's not that impressive to me. The Night Beckons. Night Rush slows enemies. After Night Rush sleep ends, targets are slowed by 30% for 2.5 seconds. This also doesn't sound that great to me. For a level 13, level 13 is a real letdown right here. Blood Rush. Healing increases move speed. When Malganis is healed by a hero, he gains 1% movement speed for 8 seconds, up to 15%. Holy crap. So, when Malganis is healed by a hero, does this include his own self-healing? If it includes his own self-healing, then this is fucking amazing. If it's only healing from, like, say, you know, you have a Uther on your team and every time Uther heals you, then it's really not that great. Unless you have a healer like a Lucio who's going to be healing you really fast, really rapidly with small heals, and then you get your 15% really quickly. But if it's off your self-healing, you'll get it pretty quickly as well. This sounds really good to me. I like this. I like that. It's the only talent at 13 that's actually remotely impressive. The rest of these 13 talents blow. 16. Plague Bats. Necrotic Embrace unleashes a wave of bats. Unleashes a wave of bats in front of Malganis, dealing 85 damage. I'm guessing this is a frontal cone or a frontal cleave type damage. Only 85 damage for a level 16 talent. That doesn't sound that great, but I guess it is free damage. But at the same time, it's not a lot of damage. So I'm not impressed by that, but it might be good. It doesn't sound good, though. Frenzied Assault. Basic attacks against heroes with a higher health percentage grant 40% attack speed and 10% increased physical damage for 3 seconds. This would be really good against, like, really... He's like a tank-busting warrior. He's weird. Wasn't there something up here about, physical damage? Yeah, Malganis and nearby allied heroes heal for 10% of physical damage dealt. So, if you attack a hero with a higher health percentage, you gain 10% increased physical damage, and if you had that other talent, you would gain, therefore, more healing. Okay, that's pretty cool. A lot of this reads like he's meant to be a solo laner to me. A lot of it. Blind as a bat, remove Fell Claw's cooldown, but lose all vision. Activate to erupt with Blind Rage, removing the cooldown and mana cost of Fell Claws, but losing all vision. Last 6 seconds. This talent they showed in the trailer or whatever you call it, the showcase, the spotlight, and it looks. It's a scary talent, right? Because you could pop this and just start going ham, and your team would just retreat, and you wouldn't know it. And then it's just you there, just going nuts while the enemy team murders you. Or you could pop this, you know, cue into the enemy team a couple of times. Next thing you know, you're crowd controlled to death. You know, there's a lot of ways this can backfire. It looks fun though, so we're gonna have to try it out at least once. But I definitely think Frenzied Assault paired with the what is it? Vampiric Aura sounds really good. Yeah. Although this could be a lot of self-healing if you're in a really tight choke or fighting on an objective. For instance, let's say you're on... let's say you're on, like... What would be a really good choke? I'm trying to think. I'm brain farting it really bad right now. Let's say you're on, Dragonshire, and you've got multiple enemies trying to contest on a point or on a camp, and you pop this. You're low health already, and then you pop this, and then boom, 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 full health all of a sudden. Like this could be a lot of healing for you. This could be really strong in certain situations and in certain really tight areas. For instance, like let's say Maiev. Maev's level 10. The Warden's Cage. Maiev goes in, throws down the Warden's Cage. You come in, you pop Blind as a Bat and just start going ham. Right in the middle of that Warden's Cage. You'll get some value out of it, for sure. For sure. Yeah, there are definitely some options where this would be really good. And this, if you had the Warden's Cage, you lock down most of the enemy's team, and then you had the what is it? Where's the percent? Yeah, the Will of Tichondrius, and like the enemy team had some big tanks in there. All of a sudden, you're like unkillable, and you're just destroying their tanks too. It's really good. Level 20, Seeker Swarm. Carrion Swarm sleeps heroes after expiring. Upon expiring, Carrion Swarm's bats seek nearby enemy heroes, dealing 132 damage and sleeping them for 2.5 seconds. That's really cool. That's a strong 20 upgrade. That's what you want to see with a 20 upgrade. It's something strong. Like, And there's not a range limit on these bats, from what I'm seeing. Like, basically, if you can see the enemy hero, the bat is going to him, is what I'm reading on this. I don't see a range, or I'm guessing it's probably they will seek nearby enemy heroes that were hit by the bat swarm. Is probably what it is. And you get a little bit of extra damage, and you put them all to sleep, which, if done well, you would wind up putting your whole enemy team to sleep, and then your team can just focus any one of them and blow up that one before the others can wake up. Like, there's some playmaking potential with that, but this also requires you to get to level 20 before your enemy team, or at the same time. Wrath of Nathreza. Enemy heroes near the target suffer 75% of the transferred health as damage over 3 seconds. Does not benefit from Vampiric Touch. Holy crap. So you don't get any self-healing off of this extra damage that you're going to deal. But let's say that you had like 5% of your health. You pop this on a Muradin. 75% of the transferred health as damage. Like, if you did this on an Avatar Muradin, that would probably murder some of their team members. This could be that's scary. That is scary. Vanquish the Weak. Damage from Fell Claws and basic attacks slow enemies by 15% for 1.5 seconds. And Vampiric Touch converts 10% more damage into healing versus slowed heroes. Okay, this one's going to take some thought processing here, because that's a lot. Okay, damage from basic attacks, from Fell Claws and basic attacks slow enemies. Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory there. Vampiric Touch converts 10% more damage into healing versus slowed heroes. So, this is kind of like your Executioner on some of your other heroes, which you would normally get at a 16, but it's at 20, which is why it also applies a slowing effect. You're applying your own slow, or you can proc the extra healing off of other people's slows, but basically any enemy hero who is slowed, who you attack, you get 10% more healing from that damage. It's pretty good. That sounds pretty strong. Alone in the Dark. Enemy heroes put to sleep by Night Rush have their vision greatly reduced during the sleep and for 2 seconds after. How much is greatly reduced? What does Dahaka's say when he reduces enemy vision? Where's Dahaka? Isolation. Their vision radius is greatly reduced for 6 seconds. So greatly reduced. So this should be the same as Dahaka's ultimate. And so as long as they're asleep, they can't really see anything, and 2 seconds after they can't really see anything. That could be strong too. That could be really strong. If you wanted to just force an enemy team to retreat, you just activate your sleep and just fly through them all. This guy reads like a solo laner, though. He really does. Like, honestly, he seems to be an answer to Irel. I'm curious how well he would do against Irel in a solo lane scenario, because right now she dominates. She dominates solo lane. It's really, really hard to beat an Irel in the solo lane. So far, the best heroes I have seen for solo laning against Irel are Zagara. Zagara is fairly strong against Irel. She's not the greatest. She doesn't win out hands down, but she can slowly poke her down. Gazlo, Robo-Goblin Gazlo is actually really strong against Irel. Tracer is actually... I had this happen to me in a Team League game during my placements, because there was this Grandmaster player who was boosting with a silver player so he could cheat his way up in the ranks. You're already Grandmaster 30, I don't know what you need to cheat for, but I chose Irel to solo lane, he chose Tracer. And in the early game, I was crushing it. But once the later game came around and he got those self-healing rounds, he dominated me. Really interesting pick there. Maybe very hard to pull off, though. Other than that, there aren't a lot of heroes that can beat Irel in a solo lane. Even Leoric, right? Like, I tried to take Leoric against an Irel once. Leoric can't beat her. Even if you go full Drain Hope talents, Leoric can't beat her. Unless you use an ultimate on her. Leoric can't beat her. Malthael even struggles against Irel. Even Malthael has trouble against Irel. If Irel knows what she's doing, Malthael can't beat her. If she doesn't know what she's doing, Malthael beats her hands down, but if she knows what she's doing, Malthael can't beat her. So this guy might be an attempt at providing an answer to the Irel solo lane, because it sounds like he just gets a ton of self-healing, a lot more self-healing than her, and has the potential to deal pretty high percent health damage to warriors, or even just pretty decent damage. He's probably most certainly a bruiser. Yeah, we're gonna have to try him out. I'm not sure what I think. He reads pretty weak, to be honest. Just to be absolutely honest, all these talents sound pretty most of these talents don't sound very strong. Most of these talents don't sound like a significant boost at all. So either his abilities are just overpowered as all get out, and his talents are just really weak because of that, or he's just a really weak hero starting out. But there's only one way to find out. We're gonna have to jump into a game and see how it goes. So I'll see you in the match.
I must feed.
Man, that was a stupid long queue. I went and listened to some music that I haven't listened to in a really, really long time, and boy did it feel good. If you can tell me what band this is, here, I'll play you a sample. I'm pretty sure I can play you a sample, quick sample, as long as it's not too much, but if you can tell me who this band is. It's not the best part to sample, I think, but whatever. If you can tell me who that band is, we'll get along just fine.
The Inquisition begins in.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, there was one match before this one, but it went so poorly that I couldn't get a gauge on the character at all. He definitely does seem more like a solo laner style hero though, to me. We're gonna get the Vampiric Aura and give our allies some self-healing on their physical damage as well. Give myself some armor there, give myself some healing there. I'm gonna come up here and heal up off this wave. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, look how much I'm healing off this wave already. There we go. Top wave is clear. I'm gonna head on down towards the bottom lane there so I can catch the bottom chest. Make sure I get that. Chest should be popping up here any second. Where are the goddamn chests?
Carve up your doubloon, and maybe I'll turn me cannon on your foe.
Where are the chests? Chests should have spawned by now, right? Did they change this map again? There they are.
Be quick and grab it. The night beckons.
Good night. Yeah, good luck killing me, buddy. I am Malganis. You're not killing me. You can get armor off of the minions too? Wow, that's strong. Alright, I'm pretty sure there's an Abathur in this bush right here. Yep, there was. There most certainly was. I'm just gonna do this camp then. Abba won't be able to push this back.
This talent is my gift, champion.
We are gonna take another talent. Let's see. Let's get the Fueled by Torment here. Ooh, I'm struggling with this camp actually. Abba's back in the bush there. Can't quite kill Abba, huh? Okay.
Time to feed. So many souls to consume.
Alright, I'm gonna go pay my coins. That'll give us a turn in.
I grant you a talent.
Okay.
I need more men.
Guilty.
Goodbye, buddy. Let me go turn in my coins here. Coinsies, coinsies. Actually, I'm probably gonna go heal some. Real quick. Go hit my fountain. We're gonna get the Fell Claws, increases basic attack damage here. And then we're gonna go pay our coins.
For now.
And then I'm gonna go take these giants, this giant camp over here.
Chests at once.
Actually,
Time to feed. We're on, boys.
I'm going straight up. I'm gonna head down here on the stitches, actually.
Old Blackheart got a gift for you.
Yes, bring their thoughts to ruin.
All cannons!
And so the wicked fell. Ooh, a double kill.
Hey, we're doing pretty good.
Come to an
Pretty good. He's definitely a brawler, bruiser style of hero. It's definitely.
Agreed.
Oh, I waited too long to use it again, is what it was.
Seems we
Okay.
reached an accord.
Go on over here and get these giants.
A jolly good time.
Alright, we gotta pick an ultimate here. We are gonna try the Dark Conversion out on this one. Swapping health percentages, not health amounts, but health percentages is what we are gonna be swapping.
Let their fortifications fall.
I think they've had enough.
It sure does take a long time to kill camps. Like, I thought he would be better at camping, but it takes so long for him to kill the camps. It's not really worth it.
Let's capture this watchtower.
Suffer and for now.
Abathur has the mule. I've just been gorged. think I made it.
You will
Nope.
rise in time, my champion.
If I'd have done my swap health on the stitches, I would have been fine. I would have got away. But instead I swapped on the low health Nazebo. Should have swapped on the stitches, but whatever. I didn't want to go near him. And we gave them a turn in though, because we can't be bothered to rotate and help me. You know, we'll only help ourselves. We're not going to help our Malganis at all, period. No, no, he doesn't get help. We don't help Malganis. No, never.
I have brought you glory. That's enough! We don't be working for free! I'm not.
He definitely seems like a brawler, solo laner slash peeler, and not so much a main tank. It's definitely what this hero feels like. Definitely does not seem like a main tank. Not enough crowd control in this dude to be a main tank.
You think you can open both chests, you landlubbers?
Double kill.
Is that all?
The hero has rejoined the fight. Killing spree. The infidel slain.
There we go. We're just killing everybody. Didn't even have to use my ult there.
Oh, I need to be somewhere else.
For now.
Alrighty then. Let's get the increased move speed here. That'll be nice.
Huh? They're all paid up? Bah, who cares? Let's get to the fun part! Be done. Time to feed. All according to plan.
And I'm gonna come down here and get these giants.
Fire at will! I must hunt soon.
Enemy team's doing their giants as well. And like with this dude, you don't really have to dodge the giant shots as long as you're using your abilities here. Because you're gonna out-heal it.
Chaos will reign.
We are gonna get the... we're gonna try the Plague of Bats here.
Very well.
Let's head up to the top lane. Try and clear that out. We'll check our camp on the way, make sure nobody's doing that, so nobody's stealing it. Top lane's actually dead, so I'm just gonna start this camp.
Champion, a fort has been lost. Remain alert.
Enemy team went and did the boss, huh? Man, you even get the move speed off of minions. Healing off of minions and whatnot.
Your enemy has it out for you. You can see this hero, yes? Then kill them. Show these landlubbers what we're made of!
They've destroyed one of our fortifications. Death to all
He does
traitors.
so good though. He does pretty good damage. Even though it doesn't really show a lot of damage here, but I feel like I'm doing good damage.
I must leave. Who's got the coin for me?
He's got decent control. Yeah, I'm digging it so far. I'm liking it a lot. We need our team down here.
Oh, that hero's much like a time stream.
I tried to swap with the stitches there. I missed it up. Good God. Just... Won't be a next time for me.
We have lost a king. Protect the
I am
core,
not-
champion. Do
I'm
not fail
done.
me.
That right there pissed me off. This team deserves to lose. You can't rotate with me, you deserve it. You know, like you can see the rotation. I'm done. Fuck you. You deserve to lose. I'm gonna go throw down. I'm gonna go brawl. That's all I'm gonna do.
Let's skip the treasure hunt. It's
It's
right
literally
there.
all I'm going to do now. Oh, I see you. Look at him. He's just gonna run. The whole time.
Oh, that hero's much like a time stream.
Death to all traitors.
Just run away from that.
Champion has fallen.
Well, I got us the kill on the Nazebo.
Treachery.
We're about to lose the game though, but I'm done with this team, man. Like, if you guys can't be bothered to pay attention and rotate as a team, you don't deserve to win.
Core is under attack. It must
This is
not
the bottom line. From now on, I'm done playing those stupid games. Like, I'm not defending this core ever. I'm gonna go brawl, and that's all I'm gonna do. It's literally all I'm gonna do. And we're gonna put this hero to the test. So this team doesn't want to win. Look at them. Look at what they're doing. They don't want to win. They don't want to win. They don't even want to try to win. They don't even want to pretend to try to win. So fuck them.
Looks
I'm
like
I'm
your
gonna go.
enemies
I'm just gonna go
all
brawl.
paid up. Fire, you blackguards!
I'm just gonna go brawl. Let's go. Let's go, Stitches. Come on. Let's fight. Fight me, Stitches.
Fire!
Infidels have destroyed a keep. The core is under attack. It must not fall.
I'm just gonna sit right here and body block him.
You serve me well.
Cease fire! They want more. They'll need to pay up.
He's got a lot of healing. A lot of healing. Alright, we're gonna get the Wrath of Nethraza, where we swap and it has an area which it deals damage to other heroes as well. We're gonna try and get a good hit of that on the enemy team at some point. They're probably up here doing the boss right now, so I'm gonna go check that. They're doing boss. Yep, they're doing it.
Looks like your enemies all
Nope,
paid
they're not.
up. Fire, you blackguards!
I really thought they were. so I'll kill this catapult.
Time to feed.
We have lost a key.
Let's throw down, boys!
That's enough! We don't be working for free!
And so the wicked burn. I deem your task
Got him.
finished, Crusader.
But didn't get any health for myself out of it. And my team didn't want to follow up on it either, so that's fine. But both of those two heroes are having to leave because of me, so that's good. But we're gonna lose this game, so it doesn't matter. They're gonna achieve nothing like this. This is a trap if Abathur's showing himself. There's gonna be like a cluster of mines here, like 10 miles large or something. Nope, not a trap. Okay, just a stupid Abathur. Yeah, damage isn't bad. Damage on this dude isn't bad for being a warrior. I feel like it could be better, though. I feel like it should be better, considering the way his kit is. He definitely should do more damage than he does. I'm getting, I don't know, it just feels like they started him off really weak.
So easily.
Good note. Look at our team. What are we doing up here?
The enemy assails our core.
What good's a pirate without a little
Yeah, he's definitely really strong for a brawl. For like if you had him in your solo lane, I don't think anybody takes your solo lane over. Like on Braxis, this dude beats Harel hands down. I feel like this dude beats Harel. He definitely beats Gazlo. Even Robo-Goblin Gazlo can't beat him. Yeah, this dude's the new king of the solo lane, I think. That's what I really think this guy is. I wish we could put that to the test, but I keep getting goddamn maps like Braxis fucking... Or not Braxis, but... What's the one with the nukes? I can't even remember the name of it, but it's a garbage map, and then this garbage. So I can't really test him as a solo laner. Plus, I can't get a team to test him as a solo laner. We might try to do some unranked draft with him. That's what we might try to do.
Looks like your foe beat you to it. Let this be a lesson to you.
That will be game.
Your cannon fodder.
Let no corruption take root. The core is under attack. It must not fall. Ooh, a double.
Dude, did you see how much damage I just did right there? That was insane.
You think you bested the Scarlet Crusade?
Okay, we're gonna do another after this one and try out some different talents. Skip that. Go. I don't feel like there's any point in looking at stats and talents right now, to be absolutely honest. It's too early to judge, you know, how well I'm doing on the hero for me, personally. The teams are such garbage that it doesn't really fucking matter how well you do. You could play the best game of your life and probably still do badly with these teams. So I'll just show you the stats. There's nothing really that I want to point out, because nobody on my team really shined, nobody on their team really shined. So, and here are the talents. I just want to get to the next match, because, yeah, I hate, if you don't know, if you're new to the channel, I absolutely despise quick match. I am incapable of having fun in quick match. It is never fun for me. It actually makes me want to quit the game every time I do it. Every time I play quick match, I want to quit the game. I never want to play the game again. So just know that. That's just the way it is for me. I hate quick match. Yeah, but anyway, we're gonna go to another game of fucking quick match, and we're gonna try some different talents. Talents that I want to try, personally, are... Let's see... I mean, I wouldn't mind trying the Wing Guardian. I mean, I like all three. I want to try all three of these at level 1. I think the next one I'm going to try is the Time to Feed. It reads weird, though. This can occur once every 6 seconds against each enemy hero. So I'm guessing you can proc this off of each hero, and each hero has their own individual cooldown for it, is what I think. I don't know. Then I want to try out the, what is it? We already tried that one out. Probably the Echo of Doom. The Explosion. Yeah, we'll try that out. Number 7, or at level 7, I want to try out, I mean, this one's pretty easy, obvious, we don't need to try that out, but, the Spreading Plague I really want to try. Then at 13, there's nothing else here that I want to try other than Blood Rush. The rest of these sound like garbage. 16, I want to try Blind as a Bat. And at 20, I mean, we obviously want to try the other ultimates and probably Vanquish the Weak at some point. Or even Alone in the Dark. So, yeah, we've got some other talents we want to try out. So, I'm going to do another video on him today. And, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get to an unranked draft video with him today. I don't know. We'll see if I have time. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next episode, which is going to be another Malganis episode.